Drakkenheim is no more. Struck by a falling star, the city bathed in eldritch fire on that woeful eve. The tumultuous aftermath brought chaos, families torn asunder, and a kingdom shattered. 15 years later, monsters stalk the haunted streets of Drakkenheim. Caught amidst rival factions struggling to rule the rubble, three unlikely partners venture forth into the crumbling city in search of riches, renown, and revenge.
Good evening and welcome to Drakkenheim. This is our weekly Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition game with the Dungeon Dudes. That's me, Monty Martin, the Dungeon Master.
And I'm Kelly McLaughlin, playing Sebastian Crow, the half-elf shadow sorcerer. And we're joined today by our good friends
Jill Donitis, playing Veo Senya, the Tabaxi Gloomstalker Ranger Rogue.
And Joe O'Gorman, playing Pluto Jackson, Human Battlemaster.
And of course, tonight's episode of Dungeons & Drakkenheim is sponsored by Skull Splitter Dice. We have a fantastic collection of their premium metal dice to use at our game table tonight. Once again, I am still rolling these kind of burnished gold and solid gold dice. They've been doing very, very well for me. They might replace my good old standard. I have these two blue dice that...
You've had those forever.
I've had these ones forever.
I've been hit by a lot of crits.
It's just that these dice... These dice have some deaths under their belt, so it's hard. Every time I pick up these dice, there are the screams of all the departed PCs that they have slain. So it's good. So we'll have to get rolling with some proper deaths on these dice soon. You can head on over to skullsplitterdice.com to pick out a set for your next campaign yourself, and be sure to use the discount code DDUDES at checkout to save 15% off your entire order. We are several miles outside the ruins of Drakkenheim to the west, where the Knights of the Silver Order, distant crusaders from the land of Illyria by order of the Hierarch of the Sacred Flame, have come to set up camp. Building a military encampment for some 200 of their soldiers, the Silver Order has been embarking on a slow and fiery march towards Temple Gate. When last we left our heroes, they had approached the Silver Order in their camp and found that Commander Elias Drexel, the Lord Commander of the Hooded Lanterns, as well as his lieutenants and adoptive children Petra and Ansem, were there as well. With a very heated meeting between the Knight Captain of the Silver Order, Theodore Marshall, the Lord Commander of the Hooded Lanterns, and our heroes, for they were caught within the zone of truth cast by Flamekeeper Ophelia Reed, trying to twist their words in order to keep the secrets that they had fought very hard to conceal. It eventually came out that our heroes had located Queen Lenore von Kessel, one of the former members of the royal family of Drakkenheim. However, our heroes were not willing to divulge the location of Lenore von Kessel, and as a result, the commander and the Knight Captain almost decided to arrest them.
Felt ganged up on.
Yeah, it really 180'd on us, that whole thing.
It did. Though it seems like where our conversation ended up, our heroes have agreed that the Hooded Lanterns, the Silver Order, and themselves will participate in a joint assault on Temple Gate to wrest it from the control of the Gnolls and the ferocious Gnoll leader known as the Lord of the Feast. However, the Hooded Lanterns have barred our heroes from entering the city through their gate until they turn over Lenore von Kessel, and it will refuse to participate until Lenore is delivered to them. Thus, our heroes have agreed to this?
I thought we agreed to show them the queen and let them meet.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be the queen's decision where she wants to go if she's coherent enough.
Yep.
Well then, says the Lord Commander. We'll leave that up to her then.
Okay.
But I assure you, she will want to stay with us, and she will be safest under my care.
If that's what the Queen wants, then of course we will agree.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that you have difficulty trusting my troops, given the circumstances. I'm going to, in an effort to smooth a few things out between us, I'm going to switch up my patrols. I'm going to pull out some of my long-range rangers and bring them back onto garrison duty, and vice versa, until I can be certain of who I can and cannot trust within my organization. No one beyond this room is going to know that we have Lenore von Kessel located. It will just be me, Petra, and Ansem.
Wonderful. So if that's the case, that might be a really good way to find out if there is a mole, because if that information never leaves this room, then nobody else ever has to know.
If I find a mole amongst my soldiers, I will be the first one to execute them.
Cool.
Sounds great.
I
However-
respect that.
Consider the possibility that our enemies may be watching us in other ways.
I never considered that possibility until you literally just said that. Are they watching us right now?
There are magical means of being spied on. Do we have any places in the city that are protected from that sort of thing?
Magical, mundane, there could be spies or watchers everywhere. You never know if that rat that you see is really a polymorph wizard, or that squirrel just happens to be someone's familiar.
That, though.
We have to be very careful in these times that we're not being spied on. The Queen of Thieves is cunning, and she does have eyes everywhere.
How can I trust you guys?
Me?
Yeah.
Vay?
How am I? What if I'm not even myself? Pluto's having an existential crisis right now. He's looking under tables and stuff for people watching him.
I think
I let you.
if we can if we can gather together, we said we were meeting at the mill to show you the queen. We can figure out from there if we can get her safely throughout the city.
When are we going to meet you there?
What time is it now?
Yeah.
I can't really tell here in Drakkenheim.
The next sunny day.
The night
in
captain
Drakkenheim.
speaks up. Y'all are welcome to stay here for a night or two if you need to rest up, patch yourselves up. Don't worry, we ain't going to keep you confined or anything like that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's a very kind gesture from a host. We won't arrest you.
We appreciate that, but I think as soon as we've rested up, we'll be on our way to go get the queen as soon as possible.
So first dark of day in Drakkenheim.
Yes, first day of time.
First time day.
Yeah.
The Lord Commander turns to the Knight Captain and he says, I'm going to stay here, and the two of us will coordinate our plan of attack. I imagine it'll take us 3 days, 4 maybe at least, for me to recall all my rangers, bring them back on in, and get everyone mustered for an attack. What about yourself, Knight Captain? To which Theodore Marcer replies, if we're gearing up for a full frontal assault, well, we can be ready at a moment's notice, but it would be good to have a few days to make a plan of attack. Maybe if you've got any diagrams or schematics on that gate, any ideas, we can come up with a good plan for how we're going to approach this situation.
We'll see what we can learn as well. And we'll meet you at the mill.
Say 3 days?
3 days? Do we need 3 days to get the queen to the mill?
Well, let's give us some more time just in case we run into anything. We wouldn't want to be late and have them not trust us even more.
Sure. Meet us there in 3 days. On the dawn of the third day.
Yes, on the dawn of the on the
Sounds
dawn
good.
of the third day.
That sounds way cooler.
Epic.
I think, yeah, we can do it.
With that, the meeting adjourns. You are directed to a few tents that you may stay at here at the camp. A place that you come to know is known as Camp Dawn. As the various parties and groups depart, the Flamekeeper, Ophelia Reed, releases her spell, and as the groups begin to disperse the hooded lanterns back to their camp, she turns to you all, regarding you with her calm eyes, and she says, I must tell you all, there's much conflict in you and these folk. Everybody means well, but if you feel that you can't trust anybody here, I don't think you're going to last very long.
It lasted this long without trusting anybody.
Nobody's given us a valid reason to trust them yet.
This is true.
This whole place is changing, and you might think that there's just us, or that you only have to deal with the Knight Captain and the Lord Commander. But there's more folk in Illyria that are coming. There's more folk from all across this nation that are coming. And in a few months or years, this city ain't going to be the same place anymore. Whatever's going to happen here, it's going to happen soon.
Change is inevitable. I think our goal is to keep Drakkenheim. Obviously, a lot of pieces are missing and will need to be rebuilt, and the people who rebuild that's up for question. But I think that we have a chance to restore the head of Drakkenheim, and from there the body will heal.
That's a noble goal. I just hope you agree. You see that we agree with you on that. If you ever need anything, you need some support, some magic, you can come to me. I'll help you out. We're all together in the light.
Noted.
Are you coming to meet the Queen as well?
I might. Yes.
We probably will need some magical support at that point. And the only reason we want to take her out of where she is because you're going to be there.
I will volunteer myself as a caregiver for her if she needs help. And if the Lord Commander sees fit to lock me up wherever he's going to be keeping her, I will do that.
It's very noble of you to help our Queen, and we will remember that going forward. Thank you.
Is there anything else you'd like to do before the evening passes?
As we go to our tents, I do want to ask a couple questions now that we're out of earshot of all of those people to my fellow colleagues here. What do you guys think of the Paladins?
Still don't like them.
I'm mixed.
It's confusing. They seem like they're here to help, but they also have a very bad way of going about it. I don't trust them, and I also... She seems nice, but do we want to leave her with the Queen? What happens if, like, the Paladins just decide to assassinate the Queen and then take over Drakkenheim? What if the Hooded Lanterns are up to something other than what they say they're up to?
Yeah.
She is right that we need to find out who we trust, but I have a hard time.
For me, I feel like if we leave her with the Hooded Lanterns and the Paladins, I wouldn't want to leave her with one or the other, but if we can leave her with both.
Their dislike of each other will cause them both to want to keep her alive because if either of them makes a move, the other...
I'm hoping. Honestly, at this point, we kind of have ourselves in a pickle where we have to do something or else we're going to end up as fugitives around Drakkenheim. And I feel like if we can leave her in what we feel is a safe spot between the two in a, not, I wouldn't say public, but hidden way, but with a higher commander. If anything happens, really, then that means the whole institution is corrupt.
We leave her at your tower with a member of each guild watching over her.
Yeah. Pluto, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree that the paladins are, but they're easy to predict. I think they have a very clear goal.
Yeah.
And I feel like if we know what they want, we can use that almost like a map. And as long as we know what they want, then we can kind of work around it.
Well, we assume what they want.
If at any
Because
point,
I mean, as far as we know, they're telling us the truth about what their intentions are.
Yeah.
if they try to step further than they said they were going to, if they said that they want to get to the cathedral and then back, that's it. They want to get to the cathedral to retrieve relics. If that's their goal, we help them do that, and then they stay outside the walls or around the cathedral and in Temple Gate. But as long as they don't move more into Drakkenheim, I think we're okay.
You know what I think too is that I think they're being truthful about their short-term game. It's their long-term game I am a bit concerned about. So I don't want them to really even get a foothold. I'm even concerned about them getting into the cathedral.
We were told by the Amethyst Academy not to let anybody gain a foothold in this city.
It's true.
But at the same time, I feel like the Knolls having more of a foothold is not a good thing.
Yeah, can we trust the Amethyst Academy?
I don't know anymore.
As long as we look out for each other.
Lies.
As long as we look out for each other and
I think
keep
so.
winging it.
I think as long as we keep
I have a good feeling.
Drakkenheim's
Fake
best
it
interest
till you make
in our opinions as much as we can, then we'll do our best and yeah, fake it till we make it.
All right.
Strike Force.
We'll pray to the big pie in the sky that we get through this alive.
So our course of action is winging it. Our overall game plan.
It's a good game plan.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty
That's how you have
confident.
to live day to day.
Yeah.
To survive in this crazy city.
That's how we've all lived this far.
Also, to kind of piggyback on this, I think we should leave in the night without them knowing, because I have a feeling that they're probably going to tail us.
Good idea.
Okay, so rest up
and be like, we're going to leave
go to
at
bed now.
We're going to leave at noon, and then we just bail early.
Yeah, okay. We
Like
can
I can agree
sneak.
to that. So we rest up and then we head out as like
Or
before sunrise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that give us a long rest?
Absolutely.
Yay! Oh, my spells.
Mhm.
Because we're going to need them to sneak out of here. With
All of your spells.
So
you
you
mean
plan to
Zephyr
leave before sunrise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did we get our stuff back when we
Yes.
leave the tent?
Nothing was ever taken
Oh
from
yeah,
you.
I strapped
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah, we
I
just
take off the
we
string.
just yeah. Can you untie it? It's really hard.
It's a good solid knot.
I untie Pluto's knots.
They're just my hands. They're so big.
Maybe if you took your armored gloves off.
No.
Oh, sorry.
So do we want to sneak out of here?
Yeah. Okay. You want to sneak out unseen, as if no one saw you left, because there's gates.
Oh, we're inside the encampment?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're just going out for a quick pee, and then we're gone. And we're I swear we're
Yeah.
coming. And we just leave.
Yeah, let's
Whatever.
we'll leave, but I mean, there's no
We don't
getting
make
out
an
without being
announcement.
seen,
It's kind of
so-
a thing. We always have to pee as a group.
Okay. You leave
Buddy system.
quietly in the night. The only one that sees you go is one of the night watch that's watching the gates over the evenings, but you don't acknowledge any of the captains. As you leave, you can see that the Hooded Lanterns encampment has been struck as well, and several of the horses that were there are also gone.
Oh, they're getting ready.
They have
Yeah.
preparing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Where's your next destination?
I guess we have to go get the queen.
We're gonna go straight to Oscar's.
Yeah, we should probably go to Oscars.
Now, I guess we can't go into the city right now. I was gonna say, do you want to bring some lilies to like convince him we're coming in good faith?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Do I still have some lilies?
I think
No, I think we gave the rest to
a
River.
Yeah, we gave the rest to River.
So we're
Okay.
lilyless.
Lilyless, deliriumless.
Man, yeah, we're running low on
Oh, we have the bomb.
trust and supplies.
Yeah, we just bought our way into most relationships, and we're running out of buying
and now,
power. Now we just have to rely on our charm and
oh
personalities.
God.
Cool.
Oh.
I got
So-
Guardian spirits.
If we take a look at our map, your next destination then is to return to Reed Manor, the old manor house where Oscar Yoren has taken up. Where you were back, you've gone back there a few times. It's like the second most visited location after like the
Yeah.
clock tower and
The old mill.
yeah. So we
that
pull
old
up our
map.
map. It's marked at 7 on your map. To give you an idea of where you're at right now, you're in the area past the area of the Cairn Hills. So the Paladins' encampment, like Emberwood Village, is several miles off this map. So it's a few hours journey on foot to the city proper. The Paladin encampment is maybe about 2-3 hours on foot proper from the city itself. And you're able to take either Shepherd's Way or Market Street towards Reed Manor. So which route do you want to take?
I feel like Shepherd's Way is the most cleared by us.
Yeah, you haven't really headed up Market Street. Of course, the two main ways, Veo, that you know to get there, you have to move through a lot more of the ruined area of the city where there's a lot more potential activity,
Mm-hmm.
versus taking Market Street. You can kind of get a straight shot in, especially if you take the back roads.
Yeah, I think we want to get there as fast as possible, and we've already just had a rest, so I think if we can book it through some of the side streets and avoid as many monsters as possible.
Yeah, and all the activity with the Silver Order is happening around the area of Temple Road. Point 4 on the map there is Temple Gate. And then the Grand Cathedral is marked at 11 on... yes, that is the Cathedral of St. Vitruvio. Marked at 11 on the map. So that's ultimately their pathway that they're planning on taking, whereas the Hooded Lanterns there have their barracks at point 9 on the map. Cool. We can pull the map down for now as you journey across the Cairn Hills along Market Street. Actually, a route that you have not taken before, but an area of the city that you're not unfamiliar with once you get close to that. Market Gate itself has long fallen to monstrous creatures. What monstrous creatures dwell there, no one really can say. It's not gnolls, but it hasn't been a safe entrance into the city for quite some time.
It sounds like something to investigate later.
Sounds
Yeah.
like it sounds like a goal to accomplish.
we-
If we really screw up the getting into
We'll have our
Shepherd's
own.
Gate
We'll just
and
make our own gate.
Temple Road, well, we can always take on some monsters.
That means that there's a gate that's owned by question mark, and we need to figure out what that question
That's a
mark
quest.
is.
Yeah.
That's a quest.
Yeah, in fact, the other
Writing it down.
gates into the city, Champion's Gate, which is the southernmost gate, it is known that is in the control of the followers of the Falling Fire. The Splinter... And because a few people had questions about this on our questions, the followers of the Falling Fire and the Silver Order are the same believers in the same religion. The followers of the Falling Fire, however, have become their own offshoot of the Sacred Flame in the years since the meteor fell. So, what connection exists between these two groups remains for you to investigate, but they have similar beliefs. The King's Gate, the gate on the far side of the city, has not been investigated because the old part of the city and near the castle is the most part of the most dangerous areas of the city. So that what is going on at that gate is completely unknown right now.
Yeah, we've never been to Old Town. Or Kings Road. We've never been to the right side of Drakkenheim.
No.
Eventually, we'll get there, right?
No.
Maybe.
Yeah. In fact, you haven't even been in the South Ward either. I think that you've gone down. You've taken the outside of the walls through the spokes and the sprawl, but never in that kind of the area immediately around the crater.
No, yeah.
In 17 episodes, we've explored 3 roads.
The route most traveled?
Yeah, it works.
It's safe.
In any case, as you pass across the Cairn Hills through Market Road, this street in the heyday of Drakkenheim was one of the busiest entranceways into the city, for it was along one of the most major trade routes heading into Drakkenheim. And the buildings here have weathered the ages a little bit better than the areas south of the city, but many are abandoned and boarded up, crumbling ruins of old shops, coaching inns, stables, and various businesses that would cater to traveling merchants that would be coming into the city. So there were many warehouses here, many inns, because merchants that were heading into the city would stay outside of Drakkenheim to avoid paying the gate tax twice. So they would come into the city, stay at one of the inns, go in one day, do all their business, come back out again, and then slough off. The northern ward where Reed Manor lies is a area of the city that was becoming wealthier towards the end of Drakkenheim. And there are many larger manor houses that are in the shadow of the cliff of the great castle. You can still see, as you approach from this way, approaching Drakkenheim by Market Street is to approach in the shadow of Castle Draken. Its tall, imposing spires and the draconic sculptures that man the battlements are always eerie, for they always shift position each time you look at them. You've never seen those gargoyles in the same place twice. It is a very imposing sight, the way that it kind of perches over top of the entire city up on that high cliff. As you head further into the northern cliff area of Drakkenheim towards Reed Manor, it's early in the morning. Dawn is just approaching, so the light levels are very, very dim. You left before sunrise, correct?
Yes.
So at this point, it's still the wee early hours of the morning, and so there's not a lot of light. It seems like it's a very overcast day as it is. The clouds are a dark gray, and there is a light rain that is falling as well.
Classic Drakkenheim.
Indeed. As you approach the city, there is a low rumble of some thunder that can be heard in the distance as well.
Feel a bit staticky
You
in
come
the
around the cul-de-sac where Reed Manor lies. The old building, which was once once a manor house, still standing in place.
Oh, whew. A lot of houses have burned down recently.
As we're rounding the corner, you're just like, please let it be there.
Please, please,
Yeah,
please.
yeah.
Oh, good, it's there.
And it's this rundown 2-story stone house surrounded by a rusting wrought iron fence and an overgrown yard of shrubberies and brambles. However, as you get close, you can see that many of the windows that were once boarded over, the boards have blown off and have been torn down.
Towards the inside or outside?
It's difficult to say from this distance, but many of them have been blown out, as if
Uh-oh.
something happened from the outside.
Uh-oh.
Maybe Oscar's renovating.
As you look up the short cobblestone pathway that leads up a short set of steps to the center double doors and the large round fountain in front of them, you can see that the front doors have been knocked off their hinges. and lie scattered on the ground in front of you.
This is fine. He has a secret laboratory in the basement.
Mhm.
Just because somebody broke in doesn't mean they
No one
found.
broke in. I like the idea of he's just getting new doors.
Veo,
That's right.
the mist of the haze is thicker in this area than it used to be.
On guard?
There's a bit more central Drakkenheim here than we're used to. You might want to tie a cloth around your face just in case. I do that. I tie a cloth around my face.
I put my goggles on and tie a cloth around my face as well. Should we go in?
We need to go in.
Well,
Should we
yeah.
go in the front door? Yeah, it doesn't
And
matter at this point.
Do we see any lights from the inside?
There's a flickering torchlight coming from the inside in the large great hall type room that was off the kitchen.
Veo, we don't all have to go in the same entrance.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, I'm thinking like if I can go in where there's no light, like
Mm.
I'm almost invisible.
Do you want me to make a little bit of a front door extravaganza?
Potions inspectors?
We're still. Hello,
Do we-
potions inspectors. We don't like second visits either.
Can we?
We are.
Okay.
And do we? Which room was the laboratory in again?
To get down to the laboratory below,
Yeah.
there was a study round back of the building.
Okay.
So we're gonna go in the front door and we're gonna potions inspectors.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn on my drift globe.
And
Okay.
do I remember if there's windows in that room?
There are windows leading into that room.
That I can
yes.
fit through?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'll go.
And remember, pork chops if you need us.
Pork chops. Okay. Yep.
And we're gonna be really loud.
Okay.
Hello,
And I
potions inspectors.
I sneak around the back before you start.
Yeah.
So Veo, you're gonna head around the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sneaky.
Sebastian and Pluto, you're heading to the front door.
Yes.
How are you timing this?
We're giving her a 10-second count.
10-second head
Yeah,
start.
Okay.
10 seconds.
That's
and
even. She'll probably be waiting for
I'll just
9
be
of
like,
them.
yeah, it's true.
At the back door, like.
Veo, you head around the side as Pluto and Sebastian walk up the front, through the front doors. As you step into the front foyer, there's a scene of disarray as papers, broken glass, broken bits of cloth, and perhaps even a few spatters of blood are strewn about the front foyer. Both the two front doors on either side of the foyer are both open, leading in either direction. And you can hear this low thumping noise and this growling coming from the large room to the right-hand side. And as you cry out, potions
Potions
inspectors,
inspector.
you hear this strange... It's impossible to say where it comes from. It almost feels like it's coming from in your head. And you hear this voice going, potions, potions, not potions, not potions. Meat.
We hear this.
In your mind.
In my
I
mind.
grab Pluto. I'm gonna take out the mirror from my thieves' tools kit. Is this door to the right? Is it closed?
It's open. All the
Open.
doors are open.
Okay. I push up against the wall next to that door, and I'm gonna just slide the mirror over and try to peer into that room to see if I can see anything.
As you do so, meanwhile, Veo, around back, you look through the back windows. The bookcase, which rotated off the wall, is open.
Holy
you look into the
macaroni.
study. Books have been pulled off all the shelves. The desk overturned. The whole place is in complete disarray. And you can see on the ground, in the door leading into the study, is a completely charred corpse.
Based on its size, can I guess who it is?
The flesh has almost been seared from its bones.
Height-wise?
It was a human.
I crouch down by the windows. I don't want to make any noise until I can see what's happening, because I'm expecting the guys to come through.
You hear them saying you were saying hello, hello. And Sebastian, as you turn your mirror around the corner, you can make a stealth check.
Nine.
Okay.
It's gonna be like right there.
Wow. Okay. You turn around the corner with your mirror, and you see in the room are two more charred, thoroughly ruined corpses, bits of blood, and burn marks all across the room. The tables and chairs overturned. The whole place is a complete mess. There is garbage and leftover food, not rotted food, because things don't rot in Drakkenheim, all strewn about. And amidst all the waste is this massive mound of knobbly, thick flesh. It is a massive torso with 3 knobbly legs that look like just gigantic big toes coming off the bottom of it. And the middle section of it is just a massive mouth of delirium teeth. There are spines growing out of its back, and for limbs it has these long, spindly tentacles that end in barbs, some of which are bony spines, which seem to have bits of delirium popping out of them. Growing off of the mouth, where you would expect a nose to be, is a long, sinuous tentacle that is shaped like the 2 tentacles coming off the sides, but instead of ending in spikes, it is an array of eyeballs and nostrils on a long, flat face. It is gnawing and shoveling the garbage strewn about and the bits of the corpse into its mouth.
It didn't notice the mirror.
It did not. Remarkably.
Oh man. I pull the mirror back. Pluto, I don't even know what is in that room. How big is it? How like it was massive?
It is a large creature. It looks like it must weigh several hundred pounds.
Okay. It's huge. It's about as big as a troll. You've killed one of those. We have a choice right now. It hasn't seen us. Apparently it didn't hear the potions inspectors thing, or it doesn't care. We can keep going the other way. It's basically, we're at flight or fright. Flight or fight.
If I move, what might happen?
I don't know, so you
Should I just stand
you need
still?
to not clunk around right now.
I'm trying to hold still.
I'm leaving this up to you, man. Do we burst into the room, spells blazing, swords and spells blazing,
I don't have anything that blazes.
swords clashing,
Electrifying.
Yeah.
hands blazing, or do we just walk away?
You make the call.
I just put it on you.
For Caspia?
For Drakkenheim?
For
us?
For Veo.
For Veo. Why for Veo?
I don't know. Just
Okay,
yell pork chops when you run in.
for friendship. Are we doing this?
we
Are we?
we
Just
should
say
get
yes.
We should get Veo.
I was like ready to run into the room, and now you're changing. You want
Go get Veo.
Vayo's just
You
in
go
here
get
like,
Veo.
You're gonna
it's
stay
been
here
more
by
than 10 seconds.
You're gonna stay here by yourself.
Yeah, I'll be fine. Go get Veo right now.
God,
Go.
don't go in there without us.
I won't.
I'm gonna run the other, or not run. I'm gonna tiptoe quietly the other direction, heading towards
Through the building or outside?
through the building.
Make a stealth check.
And I'm standing perfectly still. Because I'm super still.
Come on, dice. 10.
You walk across the room, and one of the floorboards creaks loudly. And that creature turns with a grunt. Roll for initiative.
Darn these old buildings. Oh, nuts.
Yeah, it was a better chance of you going alone than it
You
was.
still haven't yelled pork chops.
Yeah, we got to yell pork chops.
I'll do it.
Roll high.
Come on, dice. You're letting me down. You're still letting me down.
I did all right. 17.
Vale, 17.
10.
10.
18.
Guys,
Little Vale. Okay.
So where are you right now?
Can I move this?
Yeah. Yes, please do.
You're
So you're pushed up against the wall here, and I was creeping right over here. And I'm just gonna
Is
remove...
it in here? I thought it was in the other one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in here. Okay.
Alrighty. So we have Pluto going first, then Veo, then the Maw, then Sebastian. So
The Maw.
Sebastian, as you turn around and creak, and you just look over your shoulder to see it come around the corner, this massive, three-legged, three-tentacled, horrible monstrosity of a creature.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect... When you were describing it, I did not expect you to pull out an actual mini. I was just like, Monty's making it up.
Yeah.
Who do you...
Monty's just making up a ridiculous
you gotta
creature.
remember the...
No, I got him. I got them.
Although I imagined it to be like fleshy and not green.
Have I now turned to make eye contact
Yeah,
with...
yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Pluto, you're first.
You hear the floorboard creak, and I turn around and I go...
And I just say, run.
What?
And I'm going to stand there, and I'm going to ready an action that as soon as it comes through the doorway, I'm just going to start wailing on it.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Veo, you hear this low moan and roar coming from the other side.
Pork chops!
And the sound pork chops.
Okay, I get my feline agility out, and I'm going to... And you said the windows are burst open, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I hop through the window,
Mm-hmm.
and I start running towards...
Do a barrel roll.
Yeah, barrel roll. Like, roll.
Yep.
And as soon as I round the corner through the door...
You see Sebastian, and then you see the horrible monster that I just described, and it's about to, on its three legs, reel back and barrel directly towards Sebastian.
And I take out my longbow, and I'm like, not my carrot top friend. And I take my dread ambusher with my 3 shots.
Okay.
Sebastian ducks.
Yipes!
With my bonus action, I am going to cast Zephyr Strike. Phew. So I get my advantage on my first one.
Yep.
22.
That is a sailing hit. Your arrow whistles. And effectively, as Sebastian says, pork chops. You're so fast at leaping through the room. The words are no sooner out of Sebastian's mouth than Veo is there. And this arrow is just whistling right past Sebastian and lands just on the side of the creature's awful mouth.
Sigh of relief.
I get my extra D8 of damage from my Dread Ambusher. I also get a D8 from Zephyr Strike, a D6 from my Sneak Attack. So I have advantage on it.
Oh,
And
gross.
then my regular D8.
Plus, like, a bunch.
Okay. 30 damage.
Wow.
Yay!
As the arrow whistles
What are
forward
you?
and impacts in the creature's thick, delirium-riddled hide, it looks like you are not using a magical weapon, are you?
No.
It only took half damage from you.
Ooh, okay.
Do I notice this?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay. I then take my second shot. I'm going to take one of my magical arrows. I have 4 of them left.
Okay.
And I'm going to use one. Thank goodness for magical arrows.
Can you regain the magical arrows, or once they're?
Probably have to like buy them or find them.
But like, could you pick it up from the monster after you kill it?
They're destroyed once used.
Yeah.
Fair.
All right. Let's see. Ooh. 9.
As the arrow whistles towards it, it bats it out of the air with one of its tentacles.
Oh.
And my last shot for my first turn, still with a magical arrow, is 15.
That is a hit.
Yeah, there it is.
Magical arrows do extra damage?
1 extra point.
Oh,
Yeah, and they get a +1 to hit.
yes.
Magic
Oh, they got plus one
is
to hit.
your friend.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
25 damage.
Nice.
My extra 1 point.
Okay. The maw. Lumbering forward into the room. It pushes its way through the doorway, which the door frame buckles as it lurches forward, extending its tentacles towards you, Sebastian. You're ready to action.
Stabby.
Are you attacking with your spear or your sword?
The spear.
Okay.
Well, actually, I was thinking of attacking with a sword. But because you said it was magical, now I want a spear.
You would have readied.
But I would have readied my sword.
Yeah, so it's going to be with the sword.
Start wailing. 18 to hit
That is a hit.
for 8 damage. Ooh.
Okay.
Then now, am I figuring it out? That he's...
Yes, you only get a single attack on a readied attack.
Okay.
Yep. Anything else still?
I wang. I go, uh-oh.
Okay. Comes forward and you cut into it and it sees you and it launches out its tentacles towards both of you.
Hello.
No.
Hello, tentacle.
Getting a 18 against Pluto and a 15 against Sebastian.
Shield.
Okay.
I also use shield.
Cool. And then
Actual shield. Magical shield.
it turns around and bites Pluto,
Hi.
getting a 19 to hit.
Nope. Thanks, Papa Sebastian. Papa Carrot Top.
That's his
And
dad.
the bite.
Regular junior character.
You're junior.
No, but my dad made his armor.
Oh, yeah, true.
I owe him.
The bite sinks through into your flesh for 15 points of damage.
Whoa!
And you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
13.
Pits of delirium flake off in your body, and you are poisoned.
Oh no! By delirium. I need
okay.
another. I need another juice cleanse. Guys, I need a juice cleanse right away.
Cool. Next up is Sebastian.
So Sebastian is kind of like ducking and like clambering on the ground, and he stands up and just in a panic pulls out his wand and is just like, a web! And just fires a bunch of web at the creature, trying to stick him into that corner there.
Okay. So it'll make a dexterity saving throw on its turn.
What's the web sound like? There it is.
Cool. So you're just going to web it in the corner? Okay.
That's how I picture it.
Interesting.
It's a low quality.
And then I
bite.
back through this door.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Pluto, you are up.
I drop my sword and I pull out my javelin and
Okay.
I just start stabbing it.
All right. You make your attacks with disadvantage for you are poisoned.
Oh. Uh. 14.
14 is just enough.
Yeah, baby. For 10 damage.
Cool.
And then I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it again. So that's a 16 for another 8 damage.
Nice. Though it hasn't yet been restrained by the webbing, you take your spear out, and though the delirium is like coursing through your veins and sickening you, you slam your spear into it, cutting through its hide and wounding it grievously.
And then I'm gonna shield slam it back through the door,
Out of the web?
into more of the web.
Okay, go for it.
Does that take it? Does that?
Yeah, you have
disadvantage?
disadvantage on the ability check.
Oh, that's a 1.
Okay. This thing is too big to move with your weakened strength. Yep. Okay. Top of the round. That was Pluto. We go to Veo.
All right. I'm going to take 2 more shots at it.
Okay.
I'm just like, go down, beast. Oh, 6.
Yikes.
Nope.
That
my
is not
first.
going to do it.
And a crit.
Nice. Okay. So
There it is.
Your first shot doesn't even get through its skin at all, but the second shot splits the where the arrow's embedded in the flesh and strikes true.
22 damage.
Yeah. Bam.
Bam. And then I run into the room beside.
Here?
Yeah, just over.
'Kay.
Inside the door, yeah. So I can't see.
How much damage?
22.
That leaves it bloodied.
Woohoo!
Nice. It howls out in rage. And Pluto, it takes its tentacle,
Hi.
wraps it, and goes to wrap it around you, getting a critical
Oh!
That's gonna hit, I think.
hit. And it is... what's the spell save DC against your web?
16.
Okay. It is restrained by the web, but it grabs Pluto, picks him up with a critical hit, and it throws him in the wall at Sebastian with tremendous strength. The stone wall shatters.
Throwing me through a wall?
I ran around the corner to hide, and then you smashed through the wall onto me.
Here, put the broken wall
Yeah,
there.
take the wall off.
That's the coolest thing.
Pluto, you take 14 points of damage. You take 22 points of damage from the critical hit as it grabs you with the tentacle. And then you take another 10 points of damage as you're slammed through the wall. Sebastian, you can make a dexterity saving throw.
Dodge me.
14.
You take 10 damage, and both of you can make constitution saving throws.
Is it because of delirium? $21.
21.
Neither of you are stunned, though.
Oh, thank goodness. Just poisoned and thrown through a wall.
Yes.
Do I also need
okay.
to remain concentrating on web?
Yes.
21.
I'm good and bloodied.
Okay.
You're also on top of me.
You're welcome. It's there.
Sebastian, over to you. Pluto will say you're knocked prone as well, at the very least.
Yeah, here, let me put that.
So Pluto comes smashing through the wall I was hiding behind and lands on top of me. I push out from underneath, and I look down at your bloodied body. Are you okay? Cool. And good, I'll avenge you.
Avenge me.
And I'm going to Scorching Ray the Maw,
Bam, bam, bam.
which will also
You
cause
do have advantage because it is restrained now.
it will cause the webbing to flame on as well.
Realize though, aren't you immune to critical hits because of your armor?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you only would have taken 11 damage.
And what did I actually take? 22?
Yeah.
So I got 11 health back.
Yeah.
That's like the wall.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I get a 16.
You get a 16 to hit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Gonna attack it a second time. Stop rolling on there. And Elven Accuracy. Nice. That one hits as well. And my third. 21, so that hits as well.
Nice. So you send a barrage of scorching rays. Are you going to igniting the webs?
Igniting the webs as well.
Fire burns.
Burn, fiend.
Remove the webs.
I don't know if
Baby,
it's actually a
burn.
fiend, but it's going to burn anyway.
It is not. It is
No.
an aberration.
I just want to call it a fiend.
He's on fire.
Wait. 6, 7, 8.
You got to remember that you're immune to those critical hits.
I do have to remember. I'm forgetting.
21 damage.
21 damage total.
Yeah.
Fire.
And any damage that it might take on it. Well, I guess that's on its turn.
Take
that it will-
D6 at the start of its turn. Yep. Yep. Cool. Top of the round with Pluto.
I'm going to stand up, dust myself off, and charge them all.
Alrighty.
Get him.
I do a leaping, lunging, cool spear attack because no one throws Pluto Jackson. Well, you did, but okay, let's just not get into it.
Nobody throws you and gets away with it.
Oh yeah, here we go. 19 to hit for 13 damage.
Nice.
And a 19 to hit for 10 damage. So I'm just running and stabbing him.
Alrighty. As you rush forward towards it, stabbing wildly, both your attacks land. What happens? It is slain.
Oh, I stab it in. I do like a shish kebab. I catch one of the tentacles and it like curls up around the spear as I drive it through the center mass, and I just kind of and I drill it into the back webbing as it like slowly shrivels up into the corner and becomes another charred corpse, another
Nice.
notch on my spear. For I am oh, there's delirium shards in me. Oh, I remember now. It hurts.
Yeah. It hurts a
I'm gonna
lot.
come collect those from you.
Actually, speaking of, are we out of combat now?
Yes, what are you doing about this fire?
Oh yeah, fire.
Probably.
Can you put it out? Or can you only start them?
How big is the fire?
It's a small fire, but and it isn't in the stone walls, so it isn't. So we'll see.
Not spreading.
It's catching a little. It's still burning. It's finding a lot of burning to get through. It's having a bit of a hard time burning through the creature itself.
I'm gonna search for something to like throw over it, like a.
Yeah, can I like run into the kitchen and like grab a like tablecloth or
dirt.
something?
Can you
and
move
fan
set-
dirt?
No, not fan it. Like you
Like
cover
put it on it?
Yeah.
Like smother
Can you
it?
move dirt from outside to inside?
I can mold earth from outside. I can only
And
move it a
throw-
little bit.
Throw like a bunch of dirt on it.
Yeah, I'll say with a bit of a combined effort, some mold earth and some fanning. Yeah, it's easy enough to put out. Yeah.
I'm blowing on
And
it.
then I pull out my dagger and I'm like, well, time to get paid. And I start digging out its teeth.
I hope you put on some gloves.
No. Yes, I did.
I was gonna say I can come over
And you can pull the ones out
pry
of
'em
me.
out. Oh yeah, okay. I'll help Pluto. You put on some gloves and help the one there. Yeah.
Can we remove the shards of delirium from Pluto's flesh?
And are they as valuable before
Yeah.
they went in?
It to remove them, I'm going to need a medicine check.
Hold on.
Can I use a healer's kit?
If you have your healer's kit, that will give you advantage.
What's your medicine?
My medicine is +2.
Good. Mine's 0. I would have just stabbed him.
Mine's +1, so I'm really good at giving you advice. I go, ow.
Advantage?
Oh, that hurts.
Advantage?
Yeah.
Oh, it hurts right there.
Oh, I got a 20. 22 actually. Sorry.
Cool. You can make a Constitution saving throw.
Don't faint.
Oh, it hurts. 19. Oh.
Cool. There is still delirium in your system. Veo has managed to assuage it, but when you take a long rest, you're going to need to make another saving throw to see if it still is swimming around in there.
Does that mean I'm still poisoned?
You are not poisoned for now. Veo is able to do enough with her amazing medicine check. She's able to do enough to kind of
Thanks, Vale.
assuage it, but when you make a long rest, make another saving throw. If you succeed, it's out of your system. If you fail, you'll be poisoned again.
Oh, groovy.
Let's see what we can do. How many shards of delirium did we get?
You're able to salvage 5 shards of delirium, good-sized pieces, about 8 inches long out of its
That
teeth.
was in me?
Like on my
Yeah.
Oh. Ow.
It's okay. We gotcha.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Good teamwork, everybody. Potions
Um,
inspectors worked off just as well as last time. As a matter of fact, I webbed somebody in this very room the first time we were here.
Good memories.
Memories.
But we need to go find the queen.
Yes.
That this is concerning me.
Let's
a
count the
lot.
bodies. So including or not including the monster. How many bodies are there?
Well, in
In the
the
foyer and in the
in the
other
back.
room and
in the other room, it looks like there's about half a dozen, charred bodies all strewn about here in various stages of char.
I actually spend not too much time, but I'm gonna lean over the bodies as we pass them. I'm looking for. I mean, Oscar was a hefty guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking for signs of burnt fat.
Cool.
See if any
Make
of
an
them-
investigation check.
If any of them might have been more plump than the others.
yeah, because these might just be
Ah.
lackeys that showed up.
15.
Looking around, there's bits of leather armor on some of them, but you pick up one of the pieces of leather armor, and you would have expected it to be charred to the body. It's like you realize that most of these bodies were naked when they were burned.
Hmm.
And one of them has a tattoo, the remnants of a tattoo that reminds you of some of the tattoos that you've seen amongst the Queen's men.
Oh, God.
And now they're attacking us naked. That's even worse.
The Queen's men knew that Who knew that we brought the Queen here? Nobody.
Who
It
knew?
might- like I said, it might have been
the-
following us.
No, I shouldn't.
Unless Oscar's working for them.
Should we check out the cellar?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should.
Let's go to the what do we call it? The
bookcase.
lab?
Yeah. We'll go to the back room.
Cool. You go to the back room, and you can see that the bookcase is open, and the cellar door is also open.
Let's
We're
not
in-
jump to conclusions.
I'm sure they're just hanging out and they left the doors open. We're in so much trouble.
I say we go down and we'll see if there's any signs of movement
I'm gonna
downstairs.
send the drift globe first. Is it dark?
It is.
So you know what? Before you send it,
Yeah.
let me go down
Okay.
because I can see in the dark and people with dark vision can't see me. So
Must be nice.
it is.
Okay.
Let me go down and then you guys come down. with the
I'll
drift
go down
globe.
after.
So I go down.
Okay. You head down. There are bits of mess all strewn about, strewn papers, a few dropped surgical tools along the pathway here. As before, at the base of the ladder, the ladder's is still in place, in fact. The hallway curves at a 90-degree angle to a set of double doors. To a set of double doors that led into Oscar's workshop. The doors hang open, and you can see beyond the mess of Oscar's lab.
Is it safe to come down?
Come down quickly.
Quickly.
And I push through the broken doors.
I come in behind her after a moment.
Cool. Stepping into Oscar's lab, there's a single torch that is lit that still alights the place. Everything is gone. The only thing that remains are his surgical tables but the tools, his potions, his alchemical equipment, everything is missing.
What about his secret room? Didn't he have a
There-
secret room that went down the
There's
hall?
another door that goes further down the hall. There are bits of blood that are scattered about, but not any different than the way that you've seen it before. There's no char marks or signs of struggle.
Am I able to almost like crime scene?
Oh,
this
can we
place?
CSI it? Yeah.
Yeah, can I start like investigating, looking for signs of like, okay, we think it was the Queen's men, but does it look like Oscar fled? Or does it look like Oscar was taken?
Make an investigation check.
Oh boy.
Okay, put on your goggles and do something cool. Say something cool. Like,
I believe that Oscar and the Queen are gone.
oh,
I rolled a 1 plus my investigation, which is 6.
I walk over to where his secret passage would be, and I just want to like be
It's
close
not
to
a,
the ground.
it's not really a secret.
Oh, like
it's
down
just
the
a
other path.
cell style door.
I want to go up to it and like
Beautiful.
look on the ground and see if there's any movement or blood that has led through the doors.
There was always a small trail of blood leading under it, and it's still there. It's very stained and old.
Old, okay.
Yes. Sebastian, the only thing that you can look around in the room, unlike upstairs, there's no scorch marks. There's no blood or combat. Things are in disarray, and the furniture that remains has been knocked over or flipped over. But there's not even... The thing that's conspicuous that you notice is, considering all the glassware and metal equipment Oscar had down here, there's not a single piece of broken glass.
I think he ran.
He fled.
He relocated.
Where would he relocate to?
I say we check maybe the rest of the area because see if there's another way out. I doubt he left from upstairs.
This maw thing might have come because of the fight or the struggle.
I'm
Like
also
it might be looking for the dead bodies.
wondering, you know, when the Queen tried to burn us?
Yeah. Oh, what if she just went off?
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
But that doesn't... I mean, I was almost banking on the fact that the Queen's men got them and then we had a trail to follow, but now we need to investigate this.
Veo, this might be ignorant, but can you sniff out the Queen? Like if you can you follow your nose?
My nose has no extra abilities, no,
Oh.
but
Can you follow your nose, Pluto Jackson?
yeah.
I can.
I'm good at tracking. Up to a certain point. Like I do know the city pretty well, and
That's why it was an ignorant question. I didn't know. I had to
okay.
ask.
thank you for prefacing.
You don't have many tabaxi in Caspia, do you?
No. Well, we have cats. Like I own a cat.
I may look like
I mean,
a
he's my
cat.
friend and he's my equal.
What will you do next?
I want to continue around through the doors, if possible.
Okay. The doors are unlocked.
Okay.
But they are closed. The padlock that was on them
Mhm.
has been broken.
Not unlocked. Broken.
The door slides open
Mhm.
into a T-shaped hallway. Directly across from you is another cell-style door. So it's a large wooden door with just bars, like a single porthole that you can look through with bars. And there's a wooden flap that covers over it that's closed. Then leading back, so that goes straight across, and then to your right, the hall veers off about 30 feet before ending in another cell-style door.
We've never been in here before either, right?
No.
He went in.
Yeah.
What if there's a clue? Like, what if he left a secret message about where he went?
I hope
If
he
he
did.
fled.
I hope you did.
We
Or-
gotta find anything because
Yeah.
we have 3 days
We have a cold trail.
to track down the Queen if we don't want to get killed by paladins and hooded lanterns. If we can pull this off, we need to find the queen and bring her in 3 days and then never mention this whole fiasco to anybody.
Well, the fact that the Queen's men are here, we might have to go back and
Talk to them.
Because what if they have links on like where Oscar is or why they attacked?
Talk to the queen's men?
Yeah.
I mean,
They're not going to be happy with us.
Yeah, they don't...
They're going to
we've killed a lot of them, but at the same time, it was sport killing, which is I think is totally fine.
Well, self-defense.
Yeah.
It was sport killing?
Yeah, and I think that's very
Is that
respectable.
what you call it? Okay, are we going left or right?
That's a great question.
Let's do the front.
Sport killing.
The door in front of us first.
Okay,
Since
accident,
it's closest.
Man. Okay, you just blame
Um,
everything on
I
fire.
lift up the wooden panel that's in front of the door.
Mm-hmm.
What do I see?
See beyond what this room would have been originally when this place was a manor house is very difficult to determine. Perhaps it was once a storeroom or just the building's foundations, but it has been converted into an extremely macabre chamber. There are several beams upon which hooks hang from above, on which are attached body parts.
Oscar.
I mean, we knew he was a necromancer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess this doesn't surprise.
You can see that in the room are two stalks, in which are still bits of a body in one of the stalks, and it seems like on the westernmost wall, there seems to be an alcove with some sort of shrine inside it. All around the room are various alcoves with more bits of bone or boxes or of bits of body parts and other offal, essentially. It looks like there's another set of shelves here as well that you can just see directly across from you that are completely empty too.
Is the door to this room unlocked?
It is.
I'd like to walk into the room and I just want to check. You mentioned some empty shelves. Do they look recently emptied? Or...
Yeah, you head on into the room. There are several patterns on the floor. Make an Arcana check.
12.
These are the faded remnants of what would have been a magic circle of some kind. Across from you, on the shelf, there are some, on the empty alcove, you can see that there, amongst the dust, it looks like there were several lockboxes that were here, that were all removed. And there's a fine trace of delirium dust on the shelf around it. At the west end of this room is another alcove with a shrine to some sort of creature there.
I approach the shrine. Does it look...
What are you two doing?
I also want to check out the shrine as well.
I'm gonna stand in the hallway and just wait for them to kind of look around.
Okay.
Just in case the other door opens or
Yeah, good
something.
idea.
Okay.
What's on the shrine?
There's a small statue still in place. It looks like it was built into the shrine. It looks really familiar. It's this kind of portly looking demonic creature with a goat head and cloven hooves and bat wings.
Son of a biscuit!
Demon? Are you home? Pluto, we have a demon in here.
Oh, I love demons.
No, you don't.
Well, we don't have a. We have a demon statue.
I love
Okay, yeah, we
killing
have...
them.
What
Sorry,
else?
false alarm.
What
It's
else
a
do we see
statue.
around the statue?
Yeah, is there?
Offerings.
I can read.
There's little
Infernal.
else around it,
Any carvings? Any?
just the statue itself.
And none of like no orbs or no delirium.
No, it's not holding anything.
I touch the statue.
And
I jiggle it around.
do you say what did you say before?
Hello, demon. Are you home?
Oh, it's you three again.
Oh, hi, demon.
Funny seeing you here.
We missed your last call.
Yeah, we had a missed connection.
The voice echoes out, and you hear it laughing. So, how are things?
What happened here?
Oh. Your guess is as good as mine. But if you really want to know the truth, that's going to cost you.
Oh, God.
I'll give you a delirium covered, a blood covered delirium crystal.
I care for not
Oh.
for such trinkets.
What would you like for the answer to that simple question? Not my soul.
You disappoint me, cat.
You're always out.
I feel like my soul is worth.
You're
a little more than
bargaining.
that.
Yeah, it starts off so high with
Yeah.
souls. We don't need this demon.
Well,
Wait,
hold
I
on.
bet this demon doesn't even know what happened here.
I feel like this question doesn't warrant any exchange. How long have you been here? Just a friendly conversation, demon.
That's fair. I'll give you a freebie. I'm a little bit of a recent addition here.
I don't understand how time works in your world. So when you say recent, are we like, oh, I was here a week ago? Or are we thinking more like 15 years ago? Or,
As I reckon the time, 15 years may as be 15 minutes, 15 seconds, 15 millennia. Maybe not millennia. But I'm a recent thing. I came, a man brought me here when he moved in.
Can we pick you up?
You could pick it up, yeah.
It's like small enough.
You'd have to break it off of. It's carved into the altar.
demon, if I break this statue off of the altar, will you no longer be able to communicate with us?
You would defile one of my statues?
I mean,
No, I want it for safekeeping.
No, leave me here.
Oh, okay.
why are we listening to him?
So by leaving you here, will you answer another one of our questions? We could just break you off, you know.
You may ask as many questions as you like. Whether you get answers
If your
is
owner
for
were,
me to decide.
Can we check the other room?
I have one more question. I want to see.
Yeah.
If your owner were to leave this place and not use the front doors, is there another way that they might go?
What a ridiculous question.
I'm sorry. It's hard to get a read. Is,
Yeah,
is that a yes? Is that a no? I'm not sure.
I think he's not going to answer.
I always enjoy chatting with you. Hopefully you'll see me again soon.
We'll try to get you that bone.
We're working on the bone. Well,
Okay.
let's just go to the other room.
Yeah, let's go in the other room.
The non-demon room.
I kick the altar. That's a bad idea. I don't.
you go
about
to like
to?
wind up and
Yeah,
you're like,
I'm like,
no.
Nah.
All right.
Anger the demon.
Let's
Probably
go down
shouldn't.
down to the other room because
Yeah.
Guys, why does this demon keep showing up?
It can't be connected. I keep blindly following blindly ignoring clues. There's no way.
Demons are so hard to talk to.
do we
We
do
just need more bargaining chips. For
actually
demons.
before we leave this room, do we recognize anything about the magic circle in the middle?
Sebastian looked it over, but he didn't. The only thing that you do recognize is that many of these bits of torso also seem to be former members of the Queen's Men.
Like, what if Oscar summoned them all and it just got all effed up?
Why is everybody that we trust worshipping demons and summoning things?
And we don't trust the paladins, but we trust all these demon summoners. We've got our priorities a little bit backwards.
I wouldn't per se trust him, but
We just work closely with them.
I'll be taking his head when I see him next.
Yeah, especially if the queen's hurt.
I want to look quickly, just kind of like circle the room and see if there's anything else that looks like it's out of place or been moved or is of any significance.
Beyond that, not much.
Okay.
Seems like there might have been some other bits of flesh hanging from the hooks most recently that might have been removed. Give me a perception check.
26.
Yeah. You catch just a whiff of it. But in the smell of the dead meat,
Your nose.
there's a lingering smell of burnt meat. And you can see that there's a few flakes of ash in the middle of the room.
There's a bit of crispiness to this meat hanging over here. I'm not...
Don't eat it.
Okay.
I'm gonna swat at what I think is there. Like I'm looking for invisible things.
I think... Is it hanging over the circle?
No,
It's just kind of around?
Yeah, just kind of around.
Just wildly.
I feel like they were doing maybe experiments
Yeah.
in here. Potentially with the queen or potentially with Oscar. I don't know. But... It's strange that there would be scorched bodies upstairs and scorched bodies down here hanging off these hooks.
But nothing in his like lab.
Yeah.
I do one last tour around the perimeter. I'm looking for any signs of like any sort of secret passages or anything.
The ceiling?
No.
Anything on the... Okay.
Let's just go to the other room.
Let's go to the other room, yeah.
Bye, demon. Thanks for not eating us.
Not that he could.
Cool.
He's a statue.
He's a statue. Yeah, right on. Just kick him.
Listen, you only say what's the worst that could happen when you're not in a room with a demon.
You said it with the demon.
I probably did. I'm a risk taker.
I
Roll the
start
dice.
walking down the hall, and I'm like, guys, let's take a look at this room down here.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Who's going to open it up?
I will.
Okay. You open the room, and it is another large room that would have once been the foundations of the house. It seems like maybe on the far wall is the remnants of what might have been a wine rack of some kind. But instead, haphazard cages, cells, 4 of them have been made in this room. And there is a pile of coffins at the far end of the room, all of them closed. In several of the cells are several corpses. They appear to be... One of them is an elf man, another a dwarf, another a pair of halflings.
Those are the...
Do we recognize them?
Are they the Queensmen?
Yeah.
Are they the ones that we murdered?
They're not the same ones, no.
But they're Queensmen.
That's just a coincidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 2 halflings was what
Yeah.
got my ears perked.
This used to be a wine cellar?
Yeah, but it's now a cell.
There's no wine?
And the prisoners in here, they've been stripped down to loincloths only, and all of them are dead.
Came all this way and there's no wine.
I have alcohol
You've got
in my
some
bag,
wine.
though.
Oh,
If you really want some.
Oh yeah,
we'll
we got
save
that
it
alcohol.
for the
yeah,
Lyrian
we're
stuff.
saving it for a celebration.
I go up and I want to see if the cages are open.
They're not. They're locked.
They're locked? I want to take my hand crossbow out and I want to shoot one of the bodies because I really want to make sure they're dead
Yeah, I was gonna say
before I
yeah.
open this up. So I take it out and I aim it at maybe one of the halflings and I shoot.
Okay. Sebastian, Pluto, what are you doing while she does this?
I'm
I'm
curiously walking towards the coffins, and probably shouldn't be as curious as I am. Without mentioning anything to the other two, I'm like, coffins.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm watching Veo shoot the halfling with a hand crossbow because I was gonna poke it with a spear,
Yeah.
but I'm with this. This is much more intriguing.
Can do it from
Are they
further away.
now? When you say corpses, is it like they're laying down nicely, or are they like in a heap? Like were they
They're
like?
sprawled and emaciated. It looks like they might have starved to death.
Oh.
I put my ear up against one of the coffins. Hello? Vampires? I don't know.
You hear a chittering noise inside, like there's insects inside.
I step away and I'm like, that's not what I remember vampires sounding like. And by remember, I mean I've never met a vampire, but I didn't assume that they sounded like insects.
As you step away, the lid flies off the coffin.
Perfect.
Oh no. Yeah, big thank you to Axe and Shield for the wonderful accessories that he has provided us. You've probably seen the initiative tracker, which we might be using again very shortly, as well as many other items that you can check out on his store. As well, if you're enjoying the great ambient music we have, that is by Tabletop Audio, so check that out as well. And a special thank you to 100 Years Boar for the amazing narration he does in our intro video. What a great voice. And you can check out his YouTube channel.
And of course, if you are enjoying our work and want to help support the channel, be sure to check out our Patreon. You can find it by following the links below or at patreon.com/dungeon_dudes. And of course, we are sponsored by Skull Splitter Dice, who've been serving up some very nice dice rolls for me tonight. Of
good.
course, head on over to skullsplitterdice.com. If you would like to pick up a set of their awesome premium metal dice for yourself, head on over to skullsplitterdice.com. Use the discount code DDUDES to save 15% off your entire order. With that, before the break, our heroes had delved deeply into the understructure of Reed Manor, the former fortress, sanctuary really, of Oscar Yoren, where he was keeping Queen Lenore. However, the place is abandoned. Charred corpses everywhere, and a strange statue in Oscar Yoren's basement beside his now empty lab. Having headed into a prison cell, our heroes have Sebastian inspected a pile of coffins, one of which has now burst open. Stepping out of the coffin is a truly monstrous creature. It has an insectoid head and body, but it stands on two legs and then has two sets of insectoid arms that end in pincers. As it lifts out of the coffin with a flash of cinders, a large halberd appears in one of its pincer-like hands. It has these multifaceted eyes, insect-like in appearance, and a pair of mandibles. The whole thing, its outer shell is black with hints of purple and green. And as it lifts its way out of the coffin, several of the other coffins burst open, and fiendish-looking gigantic centipedes rush out of them.
That's the chattering.
Thank you.
Move towards all of you. As they do so, a voice echoes through the room. Thought you could sell me out to the Academy? Liars! Choke on your words. It echoes through the chamber. Roll for initiative.
Oh, Oscar's mad at us.
Oh. Okay. What we got?
7.
7 for Veo.
12.
12 for Sebastian.
Also 12. Do you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm surrounded.
Oh no, Oscar. Technically, we were working with the academy, but
We didn't sell him out.
I didn't sell
did
him
we?
out.
No, didn't we tell them that he was the one that helped us?
Yeah,
To
we kept him alive.
That's true.
But we definitely did.
We
tell
argued
him.
with the academy to keep him alive. You're welcome, Oscar.
Yeah.
So, Sebastian, Pluto, Veo, the centipedes go last, but this creature,
Oh no!
known as a Mesoloth,
Top of the round.
goes first.
Did the voice come out of nowhere, or did it come out of the creature?
It came out of. It boomed through the room.
Okay.
Like a PA system.
Magical PA system.
Check. Testing.
As
Pluto,
the
come to
creature
office.
stands up,
Whimper.
it exhales deeply from its maw and casts a spell. It casts Cloud Kill.
Can I counterspell?
You can try.
Do it.
Do
That sounds
it.
scary.
Counterspell.
He yells.
What? How? I got a 9.
That is not enough to dispel to counter the Cloud Kill.
It's okay.
A thick
Probably.
gaseous vapor emits from the creature's pores, filling the room with a toxic gas that smells of chlorine and mustard. It is the thick, yellowy green color, and it engulfs the entire room.
Does it help that we're wearing our bandanas?
We go to the top
Does my bandana
of
do
the.
anything?
We go to the top of the round now with Sebastian, who you have started your turn in the Cloud Kill, and you may make a Constitution saving throw.
Good. 13.
Okay. You succeed your save, but you still take half damage.
Uh-oh.
So that is going to be. I need more d8s.
Do you, though? Do you need more D8s?
D60.
Okay, so that is. It's going to be actually pretty miserable. That is only going to be 18 points of poison damage.
But is that halved?
That is
Because you
half.
saved
Then half, so 9.
Oh.
Because I was going to say, that's still a lot.
Yeah. I was like, didn't want to get hit with the full thing. Okay.
The fog engulfs the whole area, making vision impossible.
That's hard because
Which
I
means
use a lot of vision.
I don't have line of sight for teleporting, do I?
Correct.
Oh. Well, there goes my whole battle plan.
We can always get your body after. Sorry, no. I'm trying to think through it.
Seize. Oh my god. This nullifies so many things. It's my turn?
Yep.
Oh man. I'm in a pickle. Oh man. Okay. I'm gonna back up a bit to push myself against Pluto Jackson.
Okay.
Hey.
And then I'm gonna web all the area in front of me. There might be a centipede that might get an opportunity attack.
Might.
It's really... I don't
There's
know.
a lot of
They're everywhere, and I hate bugs.
Cool.
Web.
So you're going to cast web at everything you can see in front of you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I start backing up in
Okay.
fear and screaming. I just pull my wand out, and I'm like, "Oh God, stay where you are!" And I web.
Okay.
Web it up.
Sounds good to me.
I'm running low.
Next up is Pluto. Let's get that Constitution saving throw there, Pluto.
Will you accept a 10?
That is a failed saving throw.
Uh-oh.
So that is going to be... Oh, wow. That was 4 2s and a 6. So that is 14 points of poison damage.
Oh, that hurt.
Pluto, what's it going to be?
Do I feel...
The poison seeps through you like mustard gas. Even holding your breath will not help you. It is searing even in your eyes.
Can I touch... Do I
You can always touch.
do I touch Sebastian?
You reach out towards where Sebastian is. Cool. Make a perception check.
I did back up
Yep.
towards him
Yep.
as well. So
15.
You feel him.
Veo,
that's my butt.
Veo, I'm sorry. You'll find a way. And I'm going to dimension door
Okay. Where?
to the demon room.
Okay. You appear in the demon room.
Pop. Bye. You can't tell there's a cloud of smoke because
I'll find my way out.
it's all a bunch of smoke. Whoosh.
Okay. Super. Veo, it's your turn.
So do my con.
Yep.
8.
He loves rolling that poison damage.
Veo, that's going to be 24 points of poison damage.
I can take it. And because I'm I guess right up against a centipede, so I'm going to cast a Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
So I don't get my opportunity attacks. And with my feline agility, I'm going to move out of the room.
Cool. You run up to the doorway and you slam face first into an invisible wall.
Ow.
Oh no! Veo!
Am I out of the cloud?
No, it's going right up to the edge of the
Oh.
room.
Uh-oh. Veo.
Guys!
Pork chops?
Okay. And I guess I'm not going anywhere. I turn around and I start taking my 3 shots into, I guess, the mist.
Okay.
No, Veo!
I want to take it towards where I thought the bigger creature was.
Sure.
Is it with
Yep,
disadvantage?
you make all the shots with disadvantage. Yeah.
17.
You hear a ricochet as it bounces off of some sort of shell.
Didn't hit. Okay, take my second shot. Oh, 11.
The shot goes wide.
And my last one.
Oh no.
Nope, not on that one either. And I'm like, guys!
Pork chops?
Pork chops! Pork chops!
Uh,
And I'm stuck.
Okay. The centipedes who are in the web.
Thankfully.
Are there any of them that aren't? Or did you get them all?
One.
Well, I'm the one who kind of positioned the centipedes, so unfortunately I gave them good positioning. So
Okay.
really only one of them is in the web. One centipede and the big guy. Unless you want to say that this guy's in the web
Sure,
too.
we will.
So there's one free.
So the one that's free, one makes its saving throw, and the other, they both scurry towards Veo. And they attack.
Veo, I don't know if you can...
One getting, both of them hit because they have advantage because they have blind sight and you don't. And you take 4 points of piercing damage from each and make 2 Constitution saving throws, please.
14.
Mm-hmm.
12.
Cool. You resist the poison of their bites.
Yay.
You might need to rope trip.
Oh, yeah, no, I've already got that in my back pocket.
Okay. We go to the top of the round with the Mesoloth. Who has magic resistance? Does he get webbed? He gets a 15.
16.
Whoa!
He's webbed! Does he have any ranged attacks? Oh, yes, he does. Yeah. No, he actually doesn't have any. Oh, yeah, he can throw his trident. So he throws his trident at Veo,
Great.
getting a 23 to hit.
Yep.
for 7 piercing damage.
But now he doesn't have a trident, so you've got that going for you.
Can I take the trident?
Yeah, this is mine now.
Cool. We go to the top of the round with Sebastian.
Neither of us know about the wall.
No.
So you see, here's what you see when you come around the corner. You just see Veo like pressed up as if she's against a pane of glass, as this trident slams against her, and she cries out as it hits her. And you could just see the outline of her and the gas all swirling around.
And can we hear her like normal, or is it like she's in
It's
another
muffled.
room?
It's like she's on the other side of a pane of glass.
Oh my god, I don't know. Okay.
If only it was smaller. If only.
I don't have any spell slots left for that.
That's fine then.
I have very little left, and I don't even know if I can interact with this wall. So I run forward, and I see the centipedes crawling up your legs. And I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm just going to try to firebolt one of the centipedes.
Cool. The firebolt sails forward, collides with the invisible barrier, and cannot penetrate through it.
Pluto!
Pluto, it's your turn. What are you going to do?
I'm going to run around the corner and say my last goodbyes to Veo. No. Sebastian, use magic.
You tried that.
No, I'm going to yell into the abyss. Oscar, it wasn't us. We didn't betray you.
Okay.
Please.
Okay.
And
Anything
then,
else you'd like to do?
I'll
Your
drink
words echo ineffectually down the hallway.
How can I make it closer to the what's my 30? Put me up as close as I can, and I'm gonna drink a potion as I'm running up towards the invisible barrier.
Cool. Veo, it's your turn. You're still in the poison. Make a Constitution saving throw.
23.
You succeed, so you only take half damage from the poison.
This is great.
So that's only going to be 12 points.
I'm hurting. I cast rope trick, and where is it? And I scurry up the rope into my dimension. And I'm like,
that gives us a solid hour to
and
figure
as
out how to get.
I'm like, figure out how to get me out of here. You have an hour.
Cool.
Well, actually 2 hours because I can cast it twice. And I just slip away.
Bye.
And I'm gonna rest for an hour.
Just chill.
Yeah.
It is the Masaloth's turn. The Masaloth casts Dispel Magic on your rope trick.
Down.
Oh, he's magical.
All right.
You shouldn't be laughing so hard. Stop laughing.
This is tragic.
This is tragic.
This is how Veo dies.
No, it's not. It's not.
No, it's
how I
not.
die.
No,
it's
it's
not. How
not.
I die. Put
Quick.
me back. Put me back.
Can't you
Does
trade
that just
in?
auto work?
Can't you trade in?
Yeah, because the Dispel Magic ends any spell of 3rd level or lower.
Does it also
Thunder
end
Step and
the
come grab me?
cloud kill?
I choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range.
Oh.
How many times do you get that?
Can you trade in sorcery points? But I don't know if enlarge reduce will work. Maybe you gotta zoom in there and then zoom out.
Because you can only use your cape a certain amount of times, right?
Yeah, he's done. He's done with Cape.
Yeah, cape was once. I didn't think there was gonna be a wall there.
The centipedes don't break out, but there's 2 that are waiting underneath for you to fall out of your rope trick. So, Veo, you can make an acrobatics check as you're shunted out of your rope trick. Cool. You managed to land on your feet,
Classic.
but you are once again back in the poisonous area.
But Does it reach the whole room?
The cloud kill moves away from the caster, but because it's blocked by the wall, the magical wall, it can't move anywhere, so it fills the entire room.
Mm.
But see through the cloud. Could we do it on the wall? Could we do it on the doorway? Can we do it on...
Cool.
That's what I was trying to think of. Anything like that.
Sebastian, it's your turn.
Okay, well, I'm going to use some sorcery points here to gain back a second level spell slot. And I see Vale climb up the rope into another dimension and then fall back down and start getting
Yes.
attacked by centipedes again.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the door frame. Are there any like cracks in the wall, holes in the wall? Like, do mice come and go? Are there like... I couldn't make her that small, though. Could I make Veo small enough to fit through a crack in the wall that might be there? I'm just trying to think outside the box here.
Yeah. You have to make her very small.
And I can't make her that small.
And the wall of force is filling the wall.
We can't just start wailing on it, right? Because that was going to be my plan.
Yeah, my firebolt didn't look like it affected the wall, did it?
No.
Don't you have a wall of force?
Yes. Would Wall of Force not allow the smoke to come in and affect her?
If you create a wall of force, it will cut the cloud kill wherever it is, so it will separate it. But whatever gas is there will remain there.
So she'll still be in a bubble of gas.
Yeah, but Thunder can... Rope trick. Can he... Wait, can... So does a wall of force stop spells? Or to a certain point, right? Just physical spells? Okay.
Yep.
The ground. Smooth rock or is it loose dirt?
It's rock.
Come on. I'm thinking of everything. You can do it.
If you want to thunderstep in there, you can thunderstep right to the edge. You could thunderstep on the other side of the wall, I would say. But that's about. But to get in, that would get you in the room.
Should we just go back in? If you're going in, you got to take me with you. We're Strike Force.
I quicken Thunderstep.
Okay.
Whomp.
Okay.
And then, now that I've done that,
And then we panic.
so I quicken Thunderstep.
Mhm.
There's that done. And then I'm going to Scorching Ray at where I think the big guy is.
Sure.
Because
You
I
make
want...
your attacks with disadvantage, but do so.
He's also in web, so...
That cancels out. Yeah.
Do I still get to use Elven Accuracy?
No.
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 Woo!
21?
That hits.
Yes.
Ugh. 10?
That misses.
More than 21.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll the
Solid.
damage.
Nice. Nice, nice. Light the webs up.
Ooh. 20 damage, and that's
Yeah.
going to be hopefully two con saves for his spell.
He fails.
Yeah!
Saved me!
Now, the thing is, I'm going to tell you, technically, I'm only going to apply the first hit because you just quickened a spell. So you could have fired a Scorching Ray,
Right.
but not you could have fired a Firebolt, but
That
not
was-
a Scorching
that was
Ray.
two spells.
So roll damage. I didn't even roll enough to
Yeah,
succeed.
sorry, that was my bad.
That's okay. But yeah, just so that we caught that one.
I got excited with
I
my
got a 9 on
brainstorming.
my concentration check, so it's going to fail regardless.
Okay, well then it was only Oh, no, I'm rolling the wrong dice.
Just straight up yeah.
8 damage,
Okay.
not 20.
Yeah, good call.
My bad.
Wow.
But still,
You did it.
Woo! So are both spells done?
The
No,
cloud
my-
kill is
The
gone.
my
cloud
web
kill.
is still there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, did the web light him on fire?
Yes, the webs are now on fire.
That's better, right?
Fire!
Maybe.
Fire helps.
Do the webs still hold in place for like a round or two, or are they gone once they're burning?
They light up, I believe, at a speed of 5 feet per round. Cool. So we now go to Pluto.
Pluto, seeing the new battleground.
And 2 centipedes in front of you.
Wow, that was clutch. I thought I had you.
You can't kill the muscle. I throw my.
You're not out of the
javelin.
woods yet.
I throw my javelin at the giant insect creature, calling the elven lightning word for lightning, whatever it is. I learned it, that one word.
Okay.
23.
That hits.
Nice.
And so they all got to make DC 13 dex saves. On the 5 foot wide. Do I hit all of them?
Just run the line over where you want to hit.
I want to hit the big creature with the actual javelin. So anything
Yeah.
that gets hit.
So
on
it's-
There's the 2 centipedes and the big guy.
Okay, so you
Cool.
get 2 centipedes that are not the 2 that are not webbed,
Yeah.
correct? Yeah. Okay, they both fail their saving throws and are turned into fine electrified mist.
So 10 lightning damage.
Nice.
And then the big guy takes 21 damage.
He only takes 10. He's resistant to lightning.
Oh. Well, four of those dice. It's 20 damage of lightning damage, and then it's 1 plus 7, 8 damage of javelin damage.
Cool.
And then I'm gonna run at him and pull the javelin out of him, and then stab it back in.
Nice. You make the attack with advantage.
Nice.
That's better. Kaya! Come on, I need that. Okay, 23. And for 10 damage.
Ugh.
And then I'm gonna stand on top of him and start shoving my shield down his stupid insect face. 7.
You remain standing.
Oh. And
He's
I
webbed in
lumber over him.
place, so you like try to push him down, and he just kind of like sticks back up because I
Yeah,
webbed
like
him. Yeah.
you know those like boxing
Oh
dummies?
yeah, you're just like boxing him, and he's bouncing back up.
And that's old Pluto Jackson.
Alrighty. Veo.
All right. I'm not a happy kitty. I take my bow and I aim it straight at the big guy's face.
Cool.
And it's advantage because he's webbed, right?
Yeah.
2 9s.
Bounces right off of the
13.
insect's shell.
All right, I'm take a second shot. 15.
Doesn't go through.
No!
Oh.
That's okay.
It's okay.
That's fine.
Cool. Do I still have 2 centipedes there in the web?
There's 1 centipede in the web. Were there supposed to be 4 centipedes?
Is there not one more?
Oh wait, no, there's 2 in the web.
Okay. They're going to try to break out. One does, and
Whoa.
it rushes towards Sebastian.
No,
He's coming after you.
don't. No, that's a horrible.
When he
sound.
runs by me, do I got to swing? Can I swing at him?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. 27.
You splatter him in half.
Yeah.
Nice.
For 13.
As you hear, as it starts running to me, you hear an.
Cool.
and I stab it. I just pick it up.
Cool. We go to the top of the round with the Mesoloth, who casts darkness.
No! That's my only weakness. No, I have
And
lots
the
of
room goes
weaknesses.
black.
That's a lie.
There's also fire
Centered
at
on
him.
himself. Yeah.
What about
me
all
and
the
him are
fire
just-
on the webs? Does he take some damage?
Yeah, I'll have him take that at the start of his turn.
Okay.
Yeah, so he does take 6 points of fire damage, and he's effectively broken out of the webs.
Because there's no
fire.
more web.
Yeah.
Bye, web. Hello, fire.
The fire is still burning on the coffins, though. Sebastian, you're up.
What is this madness? Get him. And we're still trapped in
It's
this
so
room.
weird to be on the other end of this. I can't even see Pluto. I run up to the edge of the darkness and I'm going to use my wand and create a cone of fear. So I pull out my wand at the edge of the darkness and I yell, "Fear me!" That's my cool line.
It is not affected.
Nothing happens.
It makes it saving throw. Yes.
Pluto,
The cone
are
of
you in
fear
there?
shrieks out, and the Masales just replies,
And I go, it's help.
Is that thing even working?
I don't. I like start hitting the wand.
Pluto, you're up.
I can't see him,
No.
but I can guess.
Yeah. Your just attacks will have disadvantage.
I'm a swinging. Two
the
18s for 25. No, 26 to hit. Oh, I find
That
it.
hits, yeah.
For 10, and then I'm gonna swing again. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, 12.
To hit,
Yeah.
that misses, and he maintains concentration on darkness.
Blah. But I'm gonna try to push him back into the fire.
Okay. Go for it.
Push. 8.
You get to 17. He's not pushed.
He's real strong.
I thought you were strong.
Bale, you're up.
Stop.
I'm still gonna try to get him with my bow, even
Okay.
though it's disadvantage.
Yep.
Oh, 20.
That hits. You pierce the center of the darkness, and the shot does land.
17 damage.
I like how you're just confidently shooting into
He
the
does make
darkness
his
and I'm
concentration
in
check.
there.
All right, I take a second shot at him. Oh, no. 10.
Okay.
I'm sorry if I hit you, Pluto.
It's the Masaloth's turn.
I like how you're just shooting.
It
through the stars.
it rips into Pluto with all of its might,
Oh, no.
Hello.
attacking with its lower claws and stabbing with its trident.
I'm okay.
It gets a 16 to hit with the claws, and a 20 to hit with the trident.
That one hits.
Does he have a trident?
10 points of piercing damage. Yeah, trident comes back to his hand. It's
Oh.
magic.
Oh, I want that. I want that now.
Yeah,
I want more
Gotta
tridents.
steal it from him.
Javelin, trident, javelin, trident. Yo-yos.
Fire, kindness, fire.
It's like his own psychic power kind of pulls it back. Cool.
Not cool for us, but cool for
Yeah.
him.
Oh, I'm gonna repost actually one of his hits.
Cool.
Because
And
Why
the
not?
other centipede has. Oh, there's a centipede in
Oh,
front
I
of
missed.
Sebastian. Yeah. Or no, that
There's
one.
one
got
that
killed.
was in the web, and
It's definitely dead then.
yeah,
Yeah.
it probably.
and I
caught
shish
on
kebabbed
fire.
another
Oh well,
one.
they almost did some damage.
Okay,
Cool.
put him in front of me.
There's one over here.
Alrighty, Sebastian, you're up, sir.
Now that my wand has struck fear into his heart, I will cast a firebolt into this darkness
Guys, can you please
with disadvantage.
look in? Just come on in.
Come on in. The darkness is fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Just stop shooting into it randomly.
22.
To hit.
Yeah, with
Wow.
disadvantage.
Okay, that does go through.
Bam.
Because that's how a sorcerer does. That's going to be 9 damage. What?
Resistant to fire damage.
And
He's
lightning?
resistant to everything.
And everything?
Yeah,
Ugh. But what about his concentration check?
he's good.
No, come on.
Alrighty,
Gurgle, gurgle.
Pluto, you're up.
The drift globe is cooking around.
It's cooking?
I turn it on and I cast daylight. Da-bam! Shut
That
you down.
dispels the darkness.
And then I action surge and start just hammer. I go, I see you now.
Nice.
Oh, I think I'm looking around frantically. 20 to hit
That hits.
for 8 damage.
Okay.
And that was my last superiority dice. And now I'm just cruising. Oh, that's like 12. And I'm gonna hit him again into the fire. Into the fire with you. 18.
Oh, you do. You push him back into the flames.
Flaming coffin.
Vale, you're up.
Die in the fire which was you were born.
I'm like, he'll die eventually.
Just keep hitting.
Keep hitting him. Oh no, 8 for 1. And
Both the shots bouncing off of its hide.
You fire them just as the shield knocks him over.
Yep.
no.
Yeah. I knock him out of the way.
Okay. Taking its trident, it throws its trident at Veo.
Oh gosh.
Getting a 20 to hit.
Yep.
It takes fire damage.
It does. Veo, you take 10 points of damage from that. And then it rushes forward at Pluto.
Hi.
Only getting a 13 to hit.
How much fire damage did it take?
It takes 1. It's resistant to fire.
It's resistant to everything except dying from us.
Yeah, it is.
It seems pretty resistant to that, actually.
Actually, yes.
Sebastian, you're up.
All right.
What do you have that's not fire or lightning? I mean, okay, stupid question. That's all we have is fire and lightning and arrows and swords and stuff. We need some acid. We need some acid, man.
Tell you what I can do. Pluto, do you prefer to be bigger than everybody, or do you prefer what you're fighting to be smaller than everything?
I'm okay with either.
You know what? You're a willing target. I step back and I enlarge Pluto.
Mega Pluto. Okay, Pluto is enlarged.
Plutonomate. I'm trying to say
Contact your doctor for enlargement. Contact your sorcerer for enlargements lasting more than 1 minute.
I step back and I point my wand at you, and you grow. What is it, like 50% bigger?
It's on the thing.
You do. You're all big.
I'm super big now.
Okay.
Where's your helmet?
Ho.
Put the helmet on. Yeah.
Super.
Is it gonna work?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's great.
And I start funneling all my childhood insecurities. Take this, Jupiter. You'll never bully me again.
So you have advantage on strength checks, strength saving throws,
But
and
not
your
attacks. Your attacks deal an extra 1d4 damage.
Your attacks deal an extra 1d4 damage.
I feel big.
Alrighty. Pluto, you're up.
Mega Pluto.
Mega Pluto. Crush. Little insect. 19
That hits.
Nice.
for 10 damage.
Did you add the d4?
No, I didn't. For 12 damage in total.
That does the d4 did it.
Yeah! And then I pick it up with the spear and I huck it into the fire in coffins.
And the fire just explodes into flame, and its whole form turns to ash. It goes,
so worth it.
Good. High fives. And I rush up to you and I shake you. I'm like, you saved me, Pluto. Thank you.
Veo, I'm so sorry I
Sebastian,
left you.
you did good too.
I teleported back in here. Hello.
Veo, I'm so sorry we left you. I thought we were gonna have to get a new cat. And like it's hard.
Just
Like
replace me like a pet. But thank you for coming back, both
we
of
would
you.
never leave
brought
you.
back really bad memories of when one of my childhood cats ate rat poison. And I was like, oh man,
Aw.
I'm just reliving my childhood.
Oh. I hug Veo.
Yeah, I hug you back.
Oh.
I'm like, Sebastian, come here. We just have
I
a
get
group
pulled
hug.
in.
Group hug.
Group hug. Oh no, my ear.
Oscar is
I
so
have 2 hit points left.
I start yelling at the
Yeah,
walls.
let's start yelling at
Oscar,
How dare you?
Show yourself.
I'm still big too.
We've foiled your puzzle.
As you're doing this, I'm chugging a healing potion. Like, yeah, terrible person.
Confront us.
Using my newfound strength, you said the cell doors were locked?
Yeah.
Should I open one of them?
Do what you want.
Actually, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna
Do
go
we
back to
wanna-
the front door. Is the force wall still there?
Yes.
Just start punching it.
Yeah. I'm just punching the force wall using my super strength.
Cool. Well, it stays there for the next 10 minutes.
Do I feel like eventually that
Yeah, so
I
just
broke
for
it?
10 minutes, you just keep punching it until eventually it disappears.
And I go, guys, I got rid of it.
During that 10 minutes. No, that's not enough for a short rest, is it? No.
I mean,
Okay.
if you really want a short rest, we can take one with my rope trick.
Is the fire done?
Yeah, it dies down. It's burned through the coffins.
And the corpses are inanimate. They're
Yeah,
still
they're-
chilling.
Oscar! I kind of yell out. When I find you, I'm taking your head.
That's not how we get him to come down here and talk.
Unless you bring the queen here safely.
Are we just yelling at walls?
Might just be yelling at walls.
Yeah, this might have been just like a voice thing that came in when
Like a
we came
recording?
in here. Yeah.
It's fine. Heard
It
me
might
yell
not
it.
even have been for us. What do you know about magic like that? Does it know that it was us or is it anyone?
Listen,
He's pretty specific.
I got kicked out of school. Magic just comes to me naturally.
Okay.
I did read a few books.
Like, I would hope you've read at least one book
I
on the
read-
thing that flows through you.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
And
What was your
That's
question?
probably why I got kicked out of school.
so from a magic guy,
Yeah.
could it tell if it was us or is it like a set alarm? Because what were Oscar's words?
He said the academy.
Yeah,
said we
he
sold
said-
him out to the academy.
he
Which
said we sold but it could have been for the Queen's men.
Correct.
is probably for us.
It could have also been for us.
It could have been for anyone.
And with my knowledge of magic,
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
gonna ask you.
could have been one of those.
So you don't know.
My knowledge of gossip means that it was probably for us.
Oh,
No, I answered your question. I read. I
okay,
read a book.
okay.
You're welcome.
Sebastian, you can make a investigation check.
I'm going to investigate, and
If
then I'll
you
give
look
you an
around,
answer.
yeah.
Check out these coffins.
I stare at the burnt coffins for a while, getting a 8.
Okay.
Yeah, these coffins are burnt straight through.
Whatever set this, the only thing that you know, Sebastian, is that there are magic spells. There are spells that can be laying as traps, and the conditions under which they can go off can be very specific depending on the whims of the spellcaster.
Yeah, so
It must
okay,
be
so-
some sort of magical trap that set off a series of events. Yeah, that was obvious, wasn't it?
Oh, it's
A little
okay.
bit.
You're still our
I
CSI guy.
I spent a lot of time pretending that I was an investigator. It hasn't gone very well as a career choice. Although I am a bounty hunter, so
And
I
a
mean,
potion inspector.
I am a potion inspector.
I would qualify.
This is true.
And thanks for making me big. That felt really
You're
cool.
still big. Actually, are you? No, you're not.
Okay.
We punched that wall for. Actually,
Yeah.
after the first few seconds of you punching the wall, you shrank back down.
Didn't stop me from punching.
Okay, guys, so we survived.
Yeah.
We have no idea where Oscar is or where the Queen is. And we have 3 days to get her back.
I think we need to find the Queen's men and rough them up. Maybe even like a little lackey or something to figure out why they were here
Mm-hmm.
harassing Oscar.
Yeah.
Why does the Amethyst Academy have something to do with it? Because if we were the ones that sold him out to the Amethyst Academy, what if they were the ones that either what if River is in on something? Because I'm pretty sure we told them that Oscar was the one. We had to use that as a bargaining chip when we screwed up the first time.
I think, seeing that there are Queensmen here, dead, charred, probably strung up in the other room for sacrifices, they would probably be a good bet to find out where he is. But other than that, I don't see any other evidence as to where he might have gone.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Let's ask the demon where Oscar is.
Okay.
I also
And
thought.
trade our souls.
Well, I don't know about that.
Oh, what about? Remember the fighting pits
No?
that were south of the temple gate? The one that's controlled by the falling fire. So there was a time when they said that they had a fighting pit close by, or like they had like underground. Is that correct?
Rumor is that there are some fighting pits and hideouts in the spokes.
Yeah.
We had a
associated
map.
with the Queen's Men.
We found a map
Yeah.
on one of the Queen's
Yep.
men.
We could start there.
When we found that when they came to our tower, correct?
Yeah.
Can I see the map again?
Yes.
Can I read if there's any thieves' cant or any symbols on it?
Mm.
The thieves' cant and the symbols are the ones that mark where it is.
Yeah.
So they would allow you to find where in the spokes these entrances are.
Okay.
Many of them through some sewer passages.
So that's one way.
So our best idea right now is that we need to go to the Queen's men to find out where Oscar and the Queen are.
We could check out the rest of the house. Like we haven't been upstairs. We could just quickly, just to see if there's anything else.
Yeah.
Any signs or any clues.
Let's.
Do you guys want to just, yeah,
And we could sleep.
search it room by room? And I mean, we might not have time to sleep.
We could take a short rest.
Yeah, that's fair.
I could use a short rest.
Sure.
Actually,
Okay.
I could
You all
use.
take a short rest then?
Yeah.
I could use
Do
a
you
long
take it
rest,
down
actually.
here or?
I mean, upstairs in the charred remains of.
I'm not gonna lie. Actually, a short rest is not gonna do much for me. I might actually need a long rest.
Yeah, I know.
What
you're
time of
pretty
day is
good.
it now?
Now it's still in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Do you guys want to like go room by room and just search for any additional clues?
We
Just-
need something to go on.
Yeah. There's got to be something.
Other than the Queen's Men, that's our only lead. If there could be something else here that we're missing.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
have Demon. We have the stocks. We have Oscar's main lab, which is like empty.
And what about the hooded lanterns? Supposedly they were giving supplies. Do you think they'd know where he went? Not that we're in the best books of them.
Yeah,
right now.
we can't really go back and be like, by the way, on our way to get the Queen, happen to know where Oscar is? Like,
Yeah, he has nothing to do
Nothing
with
to do with
whereabouts
anything.
of- Well, maybe they might know a secondary location for Oscar.
we've gone to get the Queen, leaving the Hooded Lanterns to plan for their attack. I don't think we can return to either the Paladins or the Hooded Lanterns without the Queen. Otherwise, it's going to look really bad. Basically, as soon as we show up, they're going to be like, "Where's the Queen?" And we're going to be like, "No,
We lost her.
we've misplaced her,
Yeah,
That'll get us.
but
killed.
she'll turn up somewhere. You know, she can't have just vanished.
it's like your keys.
They're always in the last place you look."
Yeah, they're somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. Queen. Let's look for clues and then Queensman, if not.
Okay.
We'd
Okay.
like to investigate the house.
Where would you like to start?
Upstairs on the second floor,
Okay.
in those two bedrooms.
In the two bedrooms. The heading back upstairs through the study to the hall and then back up to the second level into the bedrooms. The bedrooms have been stripped bare. The clothing and the belongings that were here that you went through before are gone.
Oh, what about the trident?
The trident remains, but its returning nature, its magical nature, is provided by the creature, not inherent to it.
Oh,
It is a wicked-looking weapon of fiendish construction,
but it's not like a magical
but
trident.
the magic it possesses is provided by
Oh.
its connection to the creature, not inherent.
Okay.
Um.
Can you describe the way the the windows. You said it looked like it was blown out or blown in.
Yeah.
Yeah, investigating the windows. They've been the boarding up of the windows have been removed. And looking at them, make a perception check.
Uh, 18. Yeah, 18. No,
Looks
wait,
like
sorry.
Someone just ripped
21.
them off.
21.
Looking where they're strewn, it just somebody pulled them down.
From the inside or the outside?
Where they're boarded up from the inside, they've been pulled off from the inside and thrown, and the boards were thrown outside.
So
There's no sign on the actual boards that something broke through them.
everything was packed up. No damage was done to the lab, or like the bedrooms don't look like there was.
He had time. He knew
The
that
beds have been thrown over, but many of the belongings are gone.
he knew that someone was coming, and that's why he set a trap, and that's why he was able to leave. It's not like he left in a. He didn't.
I
But
There
then
was a
that still
plan
does.
to
That
leave.
still means that if that thought process is correct, then going after the Queen's men doesn't find the Queen.
No, because the Queensmen might have. I think it goes back to the Amethyst Academy. I think they were the ones that really set it up.
I want to go outside and look for any signs of footsteps going off in directions.
Sure. You head around the back. And in the mud, by the back door of the kitchen, are thick wagon wheel trails. They're recent.
They're recent?
Yeah, it's raining, and so they're probably anywhere from yesterday or today, so they're starting to fade.
Mhm.
But these wagon tracks that track through the mud, there was a wagon parked right by the back door that then left and
Which
went
direction?
out to the street.
The street?
Can you
Yeah.
track it?
Can I track it?
You certainly can.
Yeah.
If anyone can, it would be you.
Cool.
It's you, and you are you.
I am me.
That's true.
I go back in and I say, guys,
coming
there was a
together.
wagon outside, and I think if we're fast enough, that we can figure out where these tracks are going.
Any
You're fast
blueprints around that like look
Yeah.
like Oscars or the Queen's?
Yes. It looks like the wagon was being pulled by one of Oscar's undead ogres.
Oh, so ogre footsteps.
Yeah.
Are they undead?
Yeah, he used undead creatures. So there's several footsteps around the wagons as well.
So I have advantage on checks to track my favorite enemies, which is undead, by the way. I also yeah, okay. I'm going to try to track where this wagon went.
Okay, are you going to pack up and leave now and follow the tracks now?
Doesn't sound like we have much time to lose. Can we take a...
You already took your short rest.
Oh yeah, we already took
Yeah.
the short rest.
Oh, okay. Short rest. Roll some hit dice. Cool. And I say we go on our way.
I'm a little drained energy-wise, but we can't really waste any time. So let's go. But
Yeah.
just know that if we get in a fight,
You have some of that delirium
Oh
potion
yeah.
to gain back some spell slots, don't you?
yes, I do.
There you go.
I'm also don't worry.
Just gonna.
I'm feeling pretty good.
drug up. Gonna drink up some potions.
I've got about
and,
half my spell slots left, so
Okay.
So we follow the tracks. Veo leading.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing in the place, right? Like no extra potions, no scrolls after everything. He cleaned up.
Yep. It's all been taken.
I'm worried that the Amethyst Academy's in on something. The Queensmen, I think they just stumbled upon it.
Yeah.
Upon an abandoned house.
Well, we'll see.
You have your allegiance to the mages.
I don't think we should jump to
My
conclusions.
favorite terrain was the streets
Mhm.
of Drakkenheim. I'm gonna also expend one spell slot to do my primeval awareness. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. And I can expend one ranger spell slot 1 minute per level to sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead are present within 6 miles because it's my favorite terrain.
So, unfortunately for you, that covers the entirety of the city.
Oh, okay.
And the answer to that is yes.
Yes, there are. Okay. Well, at least we know.
There's undead in Drakkenheim.
Really, 6 miles.
Theo pauses for a moment. It's like, I sense there are monsters in the city.
I wish I could
Yeah.
see like at which
think it's
levels
raining.
they're at, but no.
Yeah, from one end of the other of Drakkenheim,
It's 6%
Drakkenheim
chance
is
it's raining right now.
about 6 square miles
Oh wow. Okay.
total. So, yeah, it's in its heyday, Drakkenheim had a population of almost 100,000 people. It was a large city, but the reality of it is that like a city, a pre-industrial city, even a highly developed one of this size, like there isn't like that same kind of urban sprawl that we experience in the modern time. Like we kind of take for granted how large our cities have become. Yeah.
So, yeah, let's I guess let's tail the cart.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll roll my survival check to track my favorite enemy.
Yeah.
16.
Okay. The wagon trails lead out along some of the side streets towards Market Street. You follow the muddy wagon path through the rain as it winds past Market Street and crosses into the sprawl. We pull up our map. It wheels south past Market Street towards Shepherd's Way. You continue?
Yes.
It turns to Shepherd's Way and rolls right up down Shepherd's Way towards the Shepherd's Gate where the hooded lanterns are.
Okay. Do you want to approach him?
Guess so.
I'm getting a bit feisty about this.
Oops.
I walk up to the gate.
Let's just act like nothing's wrong. We'll just walk through like we've done this a million times.
Who are they to let Oscar through?
Yeah.
I don't know how he knows. Well, I guess he knows them.
We'll just walk through.
Okay. You walk to the gate, and there's, as always, Shepherd's Gate is the large kind of double Barbican-style gateway with the 2 portcullises that are still in place, and the trench that has been dug in front of it that is then filled with a palisade in front. And as you approach one of the hooded lanterns, you've seen him a few times, minding the way. He says, "Hail, friends! I have word from Commander Drexel that I'm not to let you pass."
There's also word from Commander Drexel that we're supposed to deliver an important package to him in order to make our allegiance continue to work. In order to retrieve that package, we do need to enter.
Yes, I received word that if you were to say something like that to us, that I was to say that You could report to him directly, and he would help you into the city towards the package with an armed guard.
Okay.
Very good. No, not okay.
Why?
Then he has to come with us, and we have to tell him that we lost the queen.
We didn't have to tell him where we knew the queen was. I guess we can get into the city another way.
Well, I mean, unless you want to try to track the cart while explaining to the commander that we're not tracking a cart and that we know exactly where we're going.
What's the Hooded Lantern's name?
This man's name, you'd actually never gotten it from him before.
Well, I feel that was rude. What's your name, soldier?
But of the lanterns, this Hooded Lantern is a rather gruff-looking man named Luther Hess.
Hail, Luther. My name is Pluto Jackson, Caspian Prince, and member of Strike Force.
Is that what we're calling ourselves now?
That's our new name.
We're just rolling with it.
Okay.
Luther, it is imperative to the commander's mission that we know if someone came through this gate recently.
With respect, Prince Jackson, our orders from the commander said that you would try to talk your way through this gate and that we were not to let you through under any circumstances.
Well, we don't need to go through. We just need to know if somebody else came through here recently.
Has anyone passed through this gate in the past day? Because I know you run this gate, and I know you've got good eyes on you.
Make a persuasion check. Sebastian, you can aid him with a successful check. You will grant him advantage.
I get a 21.
Yep, you have advantage.
I got 10.
Says, yes, others have been through. None of your business who they were. Vale, you can see the wagon wheels stopped, but clearly proceeded through.
We need to get through here.
Yeah.
Want to climb a wall?
You have that potion now.
Oh, yeah.
Question of climbing. Yes, I do. We're
Could
also,
you also make them
the
scared?
rat's nest is right over there
Okay,
with entrance into the sewers.
let's do it.
We'll go old school.
All right. Yeah.
Well, Luther, it's been great catching up, but you're right. Orders are orders.
I guess we'll find other means of arranging the delivery of the package. Thank you so much. You're a good soldier. For Drakkenheim.
Yep. He says,
Fine.
look at that. I know you've been on. You're in the bit of the doghouse with the commander right now. You've always seemed to be upstanding folk. I hope you do okay.
Thank you, Luther.
Luther, we'll do okay regardless of what barriers get put in front of us from the old guard. And I walk away.
Okay.
Can't believe they didn't check his wagon. They'd have the queen already if they'd
What if
actually
they-
just done their jobs.
And
Yeah,
what
but
if
that
they
also would have
did?
been bad for us because then they'd have the queen and then we would look like idiots.
We kind of already do look like idiots,
That is true.
so I'm kind of okay
Whoa.
with it. But what if they do have the queen and he's pulling the wool over our eyes?
I don't think they would.
Like, how could Oscar just walk through?
I guess we gotta go talk to the rat prince and try to get passage
Yeah.
back into the city through the old method. You guys ready for more sewers?
And the only other way in would be the falling fire.
Yeah, but we're on a time crunch
Yeah,
here.
it's so far
And
away.
if you remember the Rat Prince, they've all been driven out by the paladins of the Silver Order. The
Right,
Rat
they're
Prince
waiting
is,
at our
is
at our
hiding.
tower.
Yeah.
But we
Can
know our
we-
way through.
Can we get through?
We've been before.
Veo knows the way, right?
They use the rat's nest as an entry point, don't they?
Well, it was the same way as we went when we saw the Umber Hulk, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You want to take that way back in?
You're saying that like there's other choices. I feel like on the time
always
crunch,
other
that's the
choices.
there's always climbing the walls.
I mean, that way leads out back at Slaughterstone Square.
we can maybe we can ask the fish people for help.
I don't know if they know another
or
way
at
out,
least
too.
get a good meal.
Can we teleport in after you've had a rest?
Yeah,
Technically, yeah.
we've outran that thing once. We don't
Oh.
at Slaughterstone Square.
Yeah. Well, I'm just wondering, can we just teleport straight across the wall?
Technically, yes. But we have to. But I can only bring
Hmm.
one other person.
I can teleport as well.
But you have to see it.
But like, if one of you teleports me, and you teleport you, like, yes, we would be thunder stepping.
It might be a little.
But how far can you
Bang.
go with a thunder step?
You could teleport to the
300
top
feet.
of the city walls, but you wouldn't be able to teleport across. Because you have to see your destination.
I could also stand here in the gate and
But
just
yeah, I was gonna
teleport
say,
away.
can we teleport and see through the gate? How far is it past?
Luther, stand back 10 feet.
The gate is 40 feet. So the whole passageway of the gate is 40 feet.
Okay.
And then the barracks itself is the kind of the palisade out the front.
Yep.
Is a 40-foot area.
Mhm.
And then so with the 90 feet of thunderstep, you'd end up 10 feet away on the other side of the gate, right in front of all the hooded lanterns.
So we either do the top or we take our chances with the lanterns. Honestly, we're just trying to help them.
Also keep in mind that I'm tired.
Well, I mean, we have to take a rest first. We have 3 days, but yeah, the
I'd
trail might
I'd
go.
have to take a nappy nap before.
What
I
if we
can
just went through the
teleport
sewers?
again.
Or do you want to delirium this and get your spell slot? And we can rest at the tower.
I don't know how these potions work. I might gain the proper spell slot back. I might not.
Yeah.
I mean, spell slots are a mythical
Tricky thing.
concept.
Okay.
Well, I like where Veo's coming up with some good ideas here. We need we can't have we if
Like, how far can you go?
I think we're like 500 feet.
He has to wait till the next dawn though before he can again.
Yeah.
Isn't this the next dawn?
No, he's already used it. It's the same
This
day.
day, yeah.
What if we yeah, let's think of something.
How long did it take us to get from
No more than an hour.
an hour? Okay.
It's only rumors about the other gate, right? We could go check out the other gate.
Which
Find our
one?
way
The
through
Monster
Market
Gate.
Or can we
Market
teleport?
Street Gate.
Can we teleport through
But why did Oscar not go?
the Market Street Gate?
Yeah, we could go over there and do it.
That would be an option.
The unknown
But then
is
we'd have to
sometimes
come
better
back to
than the
this
known.
on the other side of this gate anyways, because that's where the trail leads. I mean, that's not a problem. We can go far enough away that we could probably pick it up, but we'd have to do it.
It's just a matter of what's our easiest and fastest way into the city right now.
What if we split the difference, move away from Shepherd's Gate? You jump up on the wall. You could go with Veo. She could help you climb down.
What about you?
And I'll teleport over on the other side.
That means we have to wait until tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is there a way we can do this without having to wait until tomorrow?
We all climb.
Can you climb?
I can climb.
Okay.
I have a potion.
I'm pretty strong.
I can climb because I can climb. Because of
have
these.
I have
I have no idea what this potion does, but it says it's a potion of climbing, so
Oh, I have
Sounded
that.
like our best bet is what?
I have that vial of shadow
Climbing
goop.
the city walls is dangerous, Veo, and you know this.
I do know this.
why is it dangerous, Veo?
Enlighten us.
There's just a lot of things ready to hit you off.
I've never seen anything. Have I seen anything? Have we seen anything?
You've just always all across the battlements of Drakkenheim, are the gargoyle-like statues and dragon-like gargoyles. And they have a bit of a life of their own.
All right, Veo. We have the climb. We have the sewers. We have the question mark gate. Or we go the long way around to the falling fire gate, but I think that's way too far away.
Is there any chance of us taking Styx's boat and actually going into the city via the river?
You need to commandeer his boat. And then contend with anything else that might happen across the river. The only thing that as well is that where Styx's boat is, you have to paddle against the current of the Dran River.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
I still say we climb.
What if we convince Luther? Maybe you make him let us through.
I forgot how to do that.
What if we bribe him?
he's pretty like well-natured enough that he's probably not going to take a bribe.
But what if we give him something that he can't resist?
What if I disguise myself
As Lord Commander. Let these two through.
The walls, the sewers, another gate. There are many other ways into the city, but with your friends running few, which path you choose is going to be something we're going to have to find out next week.
So many choices. It's a good puzzle.
That was scary.
Well, this didn't go as planned.
That's where we're going to wrap up for tonight.
Yeah.
A very, very big thank you, as always, to our awesome cast. Jill, Kelly, and Joe, a.k.a. Veo, Sebastian, and Pluto, for playing with us tonight. And a huge thank you to Kyle, who's running things behind the stream, running the man behind the stream, behind the screen, behind the curtain, who's switching up all our cameras, chatting with y'all in chat, and just keeping everything running very, very smoothly. And a big thank you to our producer Clayton, who hasn't been with us here for a few weeks because he's been super, super busy, but keeps things going on as well. And a big thank you to all of you watching tonight. This might, from what I understand from Kyle, we had a really big crowd tonight. So thank you all for joining us.
Thank you.
It's a real pleasure to have you watching along with us.
And remember, if you're enjoying the stream and you would love to support everything that we do, please check out our Patreon. You can find it by following the links below or at patreon.com/dungeon_dudes.
And of course, you can always enjoy our awesome content on YouTube while you wait for next week's episode.
And tonight's game session, again, featured amazing audio by Tabletop Audio. Ciao.
And the amazing voiceover in our intro video by 100 Years Bore. Thank you so much. Such a great voice. Check out their YouTube.
And our game accessories were generously provided by Axe and Shield. You saw the initiative tracker, and I'm sure Monty will be pulling out some flight stands soon. I'm kind of looking forward to that.
Cool. We also use Terrain by
Hopefully
Dwarven
we're fine.
Forge and Miniatures by Hero Forge and WizKids. And we're rolling Skull Splitter Dice. They are the official sponsor of Dungeons of Drakkenheim, and you can save 15% off an order for yourself by using the discount code DDUDES at checkout when you go to skullsplitterdice.com. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time in the Dungeons of Drakkenheim.